You are watching Powell Press with Senator Bobby Powell Jr. We will be covering all of what you need to know from the 2021 legislative session here in Tallahassee, Florida.
Hello everyone, I am State Senator Bobby Powell Jr. representing Senate District 30 in Palm Beach County. This is the third week of the 2021 legislative session and you are watching the Powell Press, and I've got some important information that I'd like to share with you today. This week in the Senate Education Committee, Senate Bill 86 moved forward. This bill would tie the amount of aid students receive to the majors that they choose in college. The bill directs the Board of Governors to compile a list of areas of study and deem some of them more likely than others to lead to jobs. Students who choose the selected areas of study would then receive more Right Futures funding. The bill passed on a 5-4 party line vote. This week, I presented Senate Bill 1192, Mental Illness Training for Law Enforcement Officers. This bill was presented to the Appropriations Subcommittee on Criminal and Civil Justice. Senate Bill 1192 allows for the FDLE, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, to create continued employment training related to mental illness. The training would allow officers to respond to an individual who is either having a mental health crisis or suffers from a mental illness. Senate Bill 1192 passed unanimously, and its next committee stop is the Full Appropriations Committee. This week in the Community Affairs Committee, Senate Bill 284, another preemption bill, was on the agenda. The bill prevents local governments by prohibiting them from adopting design elements for single-family or two-family units in their zoning and land development regulations. The bill passed favorably on a 6-3 party line vote, with all Democrats voting against the legislation. Its next committee stop is Regulated Industries. And this week I had the opportunity to present Senate Bill 640 to the Criminal Justice Committee. Senate Bill 640 is titled Prosecuting Children as Adults. That bill would remove the involuntary mandatory waiver from the ways in which a child may be transferred to adult court. The bill also provides that a state attorney may only direct file and information on a child who is 16 or 17 years of age when the offense committed was a forcible felony. This bill was heard in the Criminal Justice Committee and passed unanimously. Now it moves on to the Appropriations Subcommittee on Criminal and Civil Justice. On Wednesday, it was AKA Day at the Capitol. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated was in the house. Well, in the virtual atmosphere. I had an opportunity to meet at the Moon with some of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority members to participate in a very, very interesting panel discussion centered on the state of Black Florida in 2021. What an amazing opportunity it was to sit with Senator Geraldine Thompson, who was our moderator, and we conversed with the students of Florida A&M University and Florida State University, those who were on the Pan-Hellenic Council or members of the Divine Nine, with the legislators. What an exciting time it was, and I'd like to do a special shout out to my wife, Miss Whitney Powell, who is a president of her chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. On Thursday, we saw floor action in the Senate. This time we had opportunities for questions, debate, and voting on legislation. There were many bills of interest, with a few being controversial, and one of the controversial bills was Senate Bill 72, which proposes to create civil liability protections for individuals, businesses, and governmental entities against COVID-19 related claims. That bill passed on a party line vote, with most of the Democrats being against it and the Republicans in favor. Another controversial bill that we heard on the floor was Senate Bill 60, which would limit county and municipal code inspectors from starting an investigation based upon an anonymous complaint. It also requires that individuals who are making these complaints of violation provide their name and addresses before an investigation can begin. All right, everyone, that is it for this week's edition of the Powell Press. I am, again, Bobby Powell Jr., State Senator for Senate District 30. Please remember to like, share, and comment. Also, follow me on all of your social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Whatever your pleasure be, you can follow me and make sure you watch what we're doing in Senate District 30, here in the Senate and in Palm Beach County. With that being said, A life of service is a life that counts, and I'll see you next week.